Okay, so we're going to do 3 together where I want you to split screen your iPad and go ahead and write in these 3 examples before you try 3 with a partner. So in the very first one, our goal is to get y alone. So we're going to look at this equation on 2 sides, and we're always going to look for the term that is furthest to the left. And we want to move that term over on the right side of the equal sign. So in order to do that, we're going to use our inverse operations. So we're going to start by subtracting 4x on both sides. That takes our 4x's down to 0 and leaves us with 2y on the left. And then we're always going to make sure that our mx term is listed first. And then we put our constant term or our b term second. So negative 4x plus 8. And then our goal is still to get y by itself. So we have a coefficient of 2. So we're going to do the inverse and divide. And we're going to do that to every term in our equation. That makes our 2's simplify to 1 or 1y. Our 4 divided by 2 becomes a negative 2x. And then our 8 divided by 2 becomes a positive 4. So we have y equals negative 2x plus 4. In example number 2, we are going to look at the equation on both sides. We find our first term on the left is our 3x, and we want that to go over to the right, so we subtract 3x from both sides. Our 3x's go to 0, and we get negative 4y equals negative 3x. Take that negative sign with the 12 to create negative 12 or minus 12. The coefficient is negative 4, so every term is going to be divided by negative 4. The negative 4's become 1y. We have a negative 3 and a positive 4. Or negative 3 and a negative 4, so those are going to become a positive 3/4. We're going to leave that as the coefficient fraction 3/4 x. And then we have a negative 12 divided by a negative 4, which is going to become a positive 3. So you have to be aware of those integer operation rules when you're simplifying the right side of the equation. All right, in our last one here, we are looking at the left side of the equation again. That is a 1/2 x, so we are going to subtract 1/2 x from both sides. That leaves us with 5y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. We're going to divide by the 5 on each term. So this makes y by itself. We technically have negative 1/2 divided by 5 over 1. So we are going to keep the first fraction and multiply by the reciprocal of 1 over 5. And that gives us negative 1/10. So our coefficient now becomes negative 1/10 x. And then we have our 5 divided by our 5, which is positive 1. So y equals negative 1/10 x plus 1. Go ahead and try the remaining 3 problems with a partner, and then you're going to submit this to Canvas.